first Pueblo homicide of 2023 is of a 2-year-old mother in custody by KRDO News. The whole corporation wrote this article. 20 hours ago. The first Pueblo homicide, which actually, in February, that's a lot better. I gotta say, that's a lot better. Pueblo, Colorado. A Pueblo mother is accused of abusing her young child and causing their death. Tuesday, officers with the Pueblo Police Department responded to a local hospital on the report of an unresponsive 2-year-old at 4 p.m. A 2-year-old, huh? So this grown-up woman needed to hit a 2-year-old over and over again. What, did he not cross the road by himself when you were carrying the siblings? Well, what did he do that was... Did you put a bunch of nasty food in front of him, make him eat it, and he wouldn't eat it? What the hell did that 2-year-old do? 2 years old. At 10 p.m., detectives were notified the child had passed away at the hospital from their injuries. So we've seen this happen time and time again. You had that one sick fuck who, killed his wife and his 2 kids. Was it Chris Watts? So you had that piece of shit right in Colorado. And then you also had that one guy that tried to beat up his son or drown his son in the river or some shit, in the creek. He tried to play it off like it was an accident. Michael Ninamina or something? Ninamino. Then you had Demetrius. And that was Susan before, right? So Demetrius was tied up. His mother tied him up to a chair and kept hitting him until he died. He was, a whole 5 or 6 years of age. At 10 p.m., detectives were notified the child had passed away at the hospital from their injuries. Detectives learned the child lived in the 2200 block of East 12th Street with the child's 23-year-old mother, Mithia Latka. Officers executed a search warrant at Latka's home. She was arrested for child abuse causing death and booked into the Pueblo County Detention Center. There was another one where the mother and the stepfather, she said she slapped her 3 times in the bathroom, and that's what killed her. So, it's terrible to hear about somebody beating a child to death like once or twice, but 5 or 6 times. And then what's even crazier is that in Colorado, you have your general rules. You're not allowed to hit people and rob people and, kick people. There's, you're not allowed, but specifically in Colorado, if you beat a child to death, beat a child under 12 to death, you're in jail for life. Automatically. That's a class 1 felony. You're in jail for life. So I'm not for sure. It seems like they didn't know that. The information didn't get to them, because if you knew that, and that's your child, right? So you were entrusted with raising them. You weren't just supposed to not beat them to death. You were supposed to raise them for 18 years. Into a nice, strong, well-respected citizen. She was arrested for child abuse causing the death, booked into the Pueblo County Detention Center, according to PPD. This was the first homicide in the city in 2023. Pueblo Police Department Communications Center. Something about call if you have any information. So there's other kind of 3-year-old in coma after mother's boyfriend allegedly physically abused him. Remains found in Oklahoma identified as missing. 4-year-old girl, a married couple taking care of a 4-year-old girl, is under arrest and faces charges in her probably death, right? Father of slain pageant queen, John Benet Ramsey, asked Polis for face-to-face meeting. So just some related stories there. So, and what's the 2-year-old's name? R.I.P. to the 2-year-old.